So we're at a crossroads in Ohio and in the country. Ohioans are working harder than they've ever worked before. They're doing everything right, and they still can't get ahead. Foreign countries are investing tons of money into public infrastructure, education, healthcare, technologies to take jobs from American workers. And we need a senator in Ohio who understands that we've got to work with business owners to help them compete, to help them grow their company and make sure that they're hiring more workers. We need a senator who understands that we need to be making these big investments into our kids' schools, into affordable health care, into public infrastructure, roads, bridges, broadband, and really to revitalize manufacturing so that we can make things in Ohio again. And we need a senator who's going to be on the floor of the United States Senate fighting like hell to cut these workers in on the deal. And that's why I'm running. So I'm happy to take any questions.
What did you decide to announce now?
You know, now's the time. I mean, like I said, we're at a crossroads. The more you see what's going on in the Senate, the more you recognize how important it is. And, you know, talking more and more to workers and seeing what they're going through the pandemic, they're doing everything right. And they're showing up, they're doing the job, and they still can't get ahead. So they need someone who's going to fight like hell for them to cut them in on the deal.
Republican end, there's at least 4 in the race. Looks like it's going to be a messy primary. Do you see that as a benefit to you?
That's for them to decide. You know, we're just going to focus on the workers here in Ohio, whether they're black or white or men or women. We're going to go on a Workers First tour around the state to make sure that we're talking to workers in all 88 counties of this state, and you know, let them sort that out.
Now, are you getting any support from the Democratic National Committee?
We'll find out. You know, we just announced, as you know, this morning, and you know, what we're just going to do. You know what we're going to do. We're going to go around the state. We're going to talk to workers. We're going to let them know about my long record of fighting for workers and to get them cut in on the deal. And you know, we're going to run our campaign and see what happens. But we welcome everybody's support.
Congressman,
yeah, George.
Given Ohio's clear Republican tilt right now, obviously Donald Trump won the state convincingly twice. This area, normally Democratic stronghold, has been voted increasingly Republican. What is your strategy for getting these voters back in the Democratic column, the people who have in the past voted for people like Sherrod Brown?
Yeah, people in Ohio want someone who's going to fight like hell for them and work to cut them in on the deal. And that's what we're going to do. They want someone who understands they've been working harder than ever before and doing everything right and still can't get ahead. And you know, they're going to learn about, you know, my record, and I think that's what moves voters is when you're talking about the issues that are important to them. Healthcare is too expensive. They want good schools for their kids, and they want to start making things again. And I think, you know, what we've been doing around here, we've got a lot of really good examples with, you know, the General Motors battery plant, Bright Energy right across the street, Lordstown Motors. You know, we've got a lot going on here, and you know, that will lift workers up. And we're just going to talk about my record and talk about their concerns and how we're going to fight for them.
Any endorsements coming out in the next couple of days?
Yeah, we'll be rolling some out this week. Skolnick's first, then George Nelson. Any others? Bertram? Can we get Bertram? Yeah, okay.
I don't know if you just asked that, but is this a race that you'll be spending money on? And if not, can you keep the GOP nominee with what's become more of a red state, which you just mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to run a campaign focused on the workers in this state, whether they're white or black or men or women, like the working class people. We're going to, you know, go out and let them know we've been fighting like hell for them for my entire career, and we're going to continue to work hard to cut them in on the deal, and work with business owners as well to help them grow their companies and hire more workers, be more competitive against these foreign companies and foreign countries that are dumping tons of money into the economy of the future. We need to dominate that economy, and we will, but we need senators who are going to make sure that as we dominate those industries, that the workers are cut in on the deal.
Now, why do you believe you will win the nomination against other contenders?
Well, we're going to just go out and campaign. You know, we're going to go out and talk. We're going on this Workers First tour. We're going to go out and talk to workers all over the state. let them know my record and let them know that we're fighting for them and see where things go.
How could the redistricting play into the decision?
Not really. I mean, we're at a crossroads here. I mean, in Ohio, and we're
For the third time.
yeah. Well, you know, I mean, when you look at what's happening in the Senate, when you look at what happened pre, you know, Joe Biden and where we're moving towards now, I think we are at a crossroads. We're either going to double down on winning the future, or we're going to double down on an economy that was broken for working class people. And the Senate is 50-50. Every senator is very important, and I think getting a senator from Ohio, another senator from Ohio, that really is going to fight to cut these workers in on the deal is going to be very, very important for how we move forward as a country.
You lost your own counties. Think that people will have doubts about how successful you'll be in this election?
I'm going to let them speculate. As you know, David, you've covered me for a long time. We're going to stay focused on what we have control over, and that's making sure we talk to the workers in the state. We let them know about my record, and we let them know we're going to fight like hell for them, and let them, you know, decide who they want to vote for.
Did you learn anything?
One more.
Did you learn anything from your bid for president that you're going to take into this race?
You always learn something from your experiences, but you know, I've been talking about workers and cutting workers in on the deal my entire career. And so that's what we're going to do. That's all you can do. That's what campaigns are about, who you're fighting for. And we're fighting for these workers, and we're going to let them know that and bring all of the experiences that I've had growing up here, you know, in politics and otherwise. All those experiences come to bear on the moment that you're in. So we're going to, for sure, let them know that we're ready to fight for them. You guys good? Okay.
One more.
Thank you.
One more.
All right, go ahead.
At 10:30 this morning, some Ohio Democrats, they're holding a news conference to come out against what they call aggressive legislation being circulated by Republicans that will make it harder for Ohioans to vote. Do you have a position on that?
I don't know exactly what that is. It sounds like a state law, but I've consistently supported, you know, expansion of voting rights, making sure everybody has access to the ballot box, not narrowing people's access to the ballot box. I voted for HB1, which is, you know, making sure we're protecting voter rights. So I've got a long record of defending that, and will continue. I don't know specifically about this legislation, but I think the more we're expanding rights, the easier we make it to vote, the better. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.